now it's all, ending in a bit of a mess, further strengthened by this argument between Klopp and Mohamed Salah during the draw with West Ham, at the weekend. Mohamed Salah is the defining Jurgen Klopp signing, of his era, of his reign, at time Liverpool. He's a scorer of over 200 goals, a man who will definitely rank alongside King Kenny, Ian Rush, Stevie G, and even Roger Hunt as the greatest in Liverpool's history. I think he's our leading Champions League goal scorer. Without him, without Mohamed Salah, Klopp's time at Liverpool would have looked very different. So even with all that mind, Salah deserves to be on the bench. At the moment, because of his current form. He's not the only player. He's not the only Liverpool player in bad form. Let's put that out as well. But has the Salah Klopp bust up? These are two giant figures in Liverpool's modern history, over the last 7-8 years. These two coming together, the videos, the footage, the narrative on Twitter, X, wasn't nice to see, right? And then Salah's comments in the mixed zone, if I speak, there will be fire. Those weren't great as well. So what do you think? I mean, in the last 12, 13 hours, it has been developed. This development story has come that Salah might stay. David Ornstein, one of the most reliable journalists in the football fraternity, is saying Mohamed Salah just might stay. He wants to extend his contract, and Liverpool are also, hopeful that that's a good thing. But I also read your tweet on Mohamed Salah on not being fully fit. What do you have to say about all that?
I think that's just a hypothesis. I think Mo Salah is the type of player who wants to play every game, and obviously that's been demonstrated by him being unhappy about not being in the starting lineup. And traditionally over the last 7 years since we signed Mo, he has been fit pretty much every week. He missed one game away at Man United in the title winning season, and then obviously he picked up the injury against Real Madrid in the final, and he was devastated to go off in Kiev. So this isn't a player who's used to being injured. He's well built, and he plays through. I presume he's had little knocks here and there over the last 7 years, and his mental attitude is to play through them. So when you pick up an injury, when you're used to doing that, and then you pick up a real injury, like a one where you're out for 2 or 3 months, one that causes you to miss the back end of your country's AFCON campaign, a country that pins so much of their hopes on him, and all the kind of the media storm in the Egyptian media that went down at the time about returning to Liverpool and all that kind of noise that creates. He'd have been desperate to get back. He came back too early. He played away at Brentford and he got injured again. Look, who am I? I'm not a doctor. I'm not dealing with Mo Salah, so I don't know if that's truly the case. But the way it looks to me is that maybe he's just lacking a little bit of match sharpness after coming back from that injury, and that has been the cause of his loss of form. And I think that given a full pre-season, given a new manager that will have some fresh ideas. Bear in mind, obviously not just the case for Salah, but the case for the whole squad is that all they've ever known is Klopp, and Pep Linders and his other backroom staff. Some fresh ideas. I think will do him good. I do believe that he will stay this summer personally, because I don't think the Saudi project appeals to him as much as most people think it would. Obviously, he would be paid ridiculous amounts of money over there, and he would be the face of the project. But I don't think those things are important to him. I think he'd be more likely to go to somewhere like PSG, where he'll still be competing and playing in the Champions League, for instance. I think that the competitiveness of his football is what matters to him. I think a bit of a rest and a reset for him this summer, and I think he'll be back at it again when it comes to August.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope he stays, because Or do you reckon we sell him? Because it's a cash 22 position right now. Should we cash in on him? He's in the last year of his contract. Or do we keep him?
I wouldn't sell
He
him.
is
I wouldn't sell him.
right? Because he is a goal scorer. How do you find a definite goal scorer? He doesn't just score goals, he creates goals as well. If you look at his some of the balls, some of the potential assists he could have had were against Man City, which Luis Diaz, he had an open goal and he just missed it. Some of the we wouldn't be having this discussion if Darwin Nunez could have finished some of his chances. Then Salah's numbers would look really good. His assists, his goals, some Salah has missed as well.